What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about the decorator pattern, so let's get right into the video. So let's talk about what the Gang of Four defines it as. So the Gang of Four defines it as attach additional responsibilities to an object dynamically. Decorators provide a flexible alternative to subclassing for extending functionality. Okay, so what they mean about this is that you could attach new behaviors or new functionality to an object by placing these objects inside a special wrapper that contains these behaviors or functionality. So let me try to bring a real world analogy to it. So let's talk about clothing or wearing clothes. Okay, so wearing clothes is an example of the decorator pattern. When you're cold, you wrap yourself in a sweater. If you're still cold with a sweater, you can wrap yourself again with a jacket on top of that. If it's raining, you can just put on a raincoat. All of these garments are extensions or other functionalities of your basic behavior, but aren't a part of you, okay? And you can easily take off any piece of clothing whenever you don't need it. That's what the decorator is. Just grabbing a base object, just a baseline object, and decorating that object to where it fits your needs. And we're gonna see that right here in this demonstration. I hope I explained that right. I think I did a phenomenal job. Like it if I did, dislike it if I did a pretty garbage job. But let's look at this application. So the shopper class, this isn't really important. All you gotta know is it has a name, an account, and items. If you purchase an item and you have enough money for it, it will save it into the array. And you can also print the status of what you've purchased and what's remaining in your balance. That is it. This is, like I said, this isn't important as much. So we got the inventory class where you have the name of the inventory and how much the inventory item cost. And it's going to print it out right here. And then you got your index where you do all the shopping. So I made a new shopper, web dev journey. He has $500. And I just made these variables, new inventory with the desktop and mouse. And we're going to purchase these, right? So we're going to just print the status. So let's go in here and do no dot. And it's saying purchasing item mouse, purchasing item desktop. And it'll tell you that you purchased two items, which is $9.99 and $449.99. And we have $40.02 remaining. But let's say that this, the mouse and desktop isn't enough for us. You know, just a simple desktop and a simple mouse isn't enough. We as programmers, we need a good desktop and a good mouse. That's how I feel in ways. I do need a good desktop because I do a lot of editing, and I also do programming, which can, if you do mess up your caching, it's going to just screw up everything and just freeze your computer, and then you got to restart. And you got to need a good mouse because you're always on that goddamn thing. And if you have a shitty mouse, it's going to mess around. All right. So let's say we wanted to get a gaming desktop because we all know that they come with good specs. And we also want to get gaming mouse, or not even a gaming mouse, but for this scenario, we are going to get a gaming mouse. So we want to upgrade our desktop and mouse. So we are going to create another. We're going to just destructure this right here, and we're going to just destructure it and add several more things to it. So we're going to have, instead of inventory item, we're going to have a gaming inventory item. And what this is going to do, like I said, it's a wrapper. You're going to just send the base object inside of a wrapper object, okay, that has these functions or functionality that you want. So for this desktop, obviously we want this desktop to be a gaming desktop now. So down here, we are going to create another variable, var, and we're going to call it the gaming desktop. And we're going to set that equal to a new instance of the gaming inventory item, which we're going to pass in the the base desktop. So we're gonna pass in the desktop item, which we have up here. We're gonna pass it in, and we're gonna give it another price. This price, you know, gaming desktops, they're pretty expensive. The good ones anyways. I'm gonna just say, I don't even know. I honestly don't know how much they cost. I just know they're expensive. I'm gonna just say $13.99.99. I don't know. That's what I'm gonna have. Okay. Or maybe, you know what? We'll just do the calculations in the other class. So we're gonna just pass it in the base object, and then do everything else on the other side. So let's save this right now, and let's actually customize our inventory item in here and customize it right here. So I'm gonna just go back and just copy this what I have right now, so that way I don't mess it up right here when I'm calling it. So get a class, create a class. We're gonna call it gaming inventory, and we're gonna actually destructure this so that way we could export it as well. Paste. Okay. And we are sending in a base item, so I'm gonna just call this base item, and we're gonna have this dot name. It's gonna set that equal to, and we're gonna do gaming. Let me do ticks, gaming, and then I'm gonna just send in the base item. So base item dot name. Because remember, this base item, it's already an inventory instance. Remember, this base item is an inventory, so we do have a name up here that I'm just grabbing the name. And we're gonna set this dot price. Like that's why I said we're gonna do everything on this side instead of adding the price over there. Because yeah, I mean, we're gonna set that equal to what did I say? It was $13.99. And how much is this right now? Okay, for the simplicity's sake, I'm gonna just add $1,000 to this. So I'm gonna just say it's gonna equal to 1,000 plus base item dot price. And then we're gonna do this. Nah, let's just leave it like that. I was gonna add another simple thing saying that this dot is awesome equals true, because having a gaming desktop is awesome. So, but let's not even worry about that. But let's go to price now. We're gonna create a method called print price. Print a method called print. Inside of print, we're gonna just log out. Do a $sign. Get my this dot name is going to, it costs. So this gaming desktop costs a lot of money. Dot. Okay. Control save, and for the sake of it, back over here, I am going to make a gaming mouse. So let me just gaming mouse, and I'm gonna just put in mouse in here. Paste that. Okay. Let's see. So instead of purchasing the mouse, we're gonna be purchasing the gaming mouse, and instead of purchasing the desktop, we're going to be purchasing the gaming desktop. Control save. This is not going to work because now I'm thinking about it. It's not going to work because gaming mouse is in the same class as gaming desktop, and it's going to put $1,000 to this. So we know that we want to upgrade the desktop, so we're going to just upgrade. Instead of saying gaming mouse, or let's leave it as gaming mouse, but I am going to create another class called upgrade. Upgrade, just like that. Inventory item. We're gonna upgrade the mouse to a gaming mouse. So control save this. I am gonna create another one. I'm gonna paste it right here because I don't even know. I don't want to not spell it right. Just grab this, copy it. Okay. Paste it, and we're gonna do upgraded. It's gonna say mouse, and every time an item is upgraded, we're gonna just tack on I don't know, let's say $40 because it's an upgraded mouse, and gaming mouses are pretty expensive as well. And it's gonna be the same exact thing. It costs a lot of money. So, oh, we don't even have to have this print right here. Let's just have that print method for the gaming, because upgraded. Okay, so now we have. I am going to explain it, guys. Okay, I am going to explain it since I did change up some things. I'm gonna say upgraded so that way you don't get confused. So, upgraded mouse. Control copy, paste, save, and we do need to export this. Control save. Okay. So, I mean, this doesn't really make sense that much right now, but let me explain. We wanted to upgrade this desktop, and we wanted to put more functionality, wrap it around a gaming desktop. So we want to make a gaming desktop out of this desktop. So every time a gaming desktop is upgraded or from a base one, we're gonna just tack on another dollars, because you could have another desktop right here. You could have like a desktop V2, and it's gonna cost like, I don't know, $339. And since that desktop is a little bit, smaller than the other one, if you want to upgrade that desktop, you just stick that desktop V2 inside of the new class gaming inventory item to make it a gaming desktop, and you're going to just tack another 1,000 onto that. You get the gist, right? You can have a mini desktop. You've seen desktops cost $449, $500, $300, $200, But if you want to make that into a gaming, you'd probably just tack on another 1,000, and it'll become a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop. And if you want to upgrade an inventory, saying like your keyboard or your mouse or probably your mic, it's probably going to cost another $40 to upgrade that kind of thing. So that's why we created another class called Upgrade Inventory. So we have our mouse. Like I said, if we wanted to do another one, let's do another one. Well, yes, let's do another one, so that way I don't confuse you as much. So keyboards could cost, I don't know, I'm gonna say $29.99. But if you wanted to upgrade it, that's for a base keyboard. And we're gonna do another one right here. Upgraded, I'm gonna just say keys. And we're gonna grab this, copy, paste, and we're gonna buy that as well. Copy and this. Now that we upgraded the keys, it should just tack on another $40 to that $29.99, and we get that $70? Yeah. Okay, now let's run this and see what happens. Oops, new upgrade inventory. Oh, that's why we did not put it up here. We need it up there. All right, CLS. Okay, as you can see right here, we only purchased 2 items. The reason why is because let me see, upgraded mouse, which is $49.99, and I did it again $49.99. Why did I buy 2 upgraded mouses? 16. Oh, that's why. Keyboard. Okay, I need to check this. But as we can see, we bought 2 items. Upgraded mouse, which is $49.99, which is right here. We got upgraded mouse again, which is $69.99, which I think it's for the keys. Oh, that's why I did not. Keyboard right here. Let me do this keyboard, and let me just do this one more time. Okay, there we go. Upgraded mouse, $49.99, and since we don't have enough money for the gaming desktop, which is purchased in the middle, it just skips it. I'm poor. We just do an upgraded keys instead, which is $69.99, and we only have $380 left. So let me actually give myself how much? Okay, let me give myself $2,500 to spend, and let's see if it actually works. Oops. Okay, now it works. So I just bought my upgraded mouse, my gaming desktop, and my upgraded keyboard, and I only have $930 left, which is good. It's good considering that this is a gaming rig. It's pretty good that I still have $930. But let's actually do one more thing. Let's go below the print and do gaming desktop. Gaming desktop, and then call the print method on that bad boy, because we did create a print method for that, and let's see what happens. So we got gaming desktop, costs a lot of money. I don't know why I said money. It's money. But as you can see on this application, we literally just got a base inventory item, which is desktop, mouse, and keyboard, and we wanted a gaming desktop, so we wrapped the gaming desk or the base object with a gaming inventory item or another object. We wrapped it around it, and we made it into a gaming desktop, which is going to cost us another $1,000. And we did that with the upgraded mouse. We created a class with the upgraded mouse for the upgraded inventory key item, and every time we want to upgrade an item, we just throw it inside the upgraded inventory item and get the upgraded price for that. Let's go to the pros and cons, and when would you use this right now, and then I'm gonna talk about the summary of all this. So before we get into that, I wanted to tell you or summarize it at least. So the Decorator is a structural design pattern that lets you attach new behaviors to objects by placing these objects inside a special wrapper that contains these kinds of behaviors or functionalities. That's it. It's just extending the functionality of the base object, wrapping it around another special object. I'm doing air quotes, special object, and that has these new features that you want it to have. That's it. So, getting on to the pros and cons. The pros. The Decorator pattern can be used to make it possible to extend, decorate the functionality of a certain object at runtime. It could also have an alternative to subclassing. So if you don't know what subclassing is, I did put a little. Subclassing adds behavior at comply. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? Subclassing adds behavior at compile time, and the change affects all instances of the original class. Decorating, however, can provide new behavior at runtime for individual objects. Decorator offers a pay-as-you-go approach to adding responsibilities. Instead of trying to support all foreseeable features in a complex, customizable class, you can define a simple class and add functionality incrementally with Decorator objects. So the disadvantages now, Decorators can complicate the process of instantiating the component, because you not only have to instantiate the component, but wrap it in a number of decorators or other classes, or other objects, aka objects. It can be complicated to have decorators keep track of other decorators, because to look back into multiple layers of the decorator chain starts to push the decorator pattern beyond its true intent. Which is true. You could get self-aware. You could start like just decorating upon adding a class, upon adding classes, and it just gets really messy, really fast. So just be careful with that, guys. All right, moving on to when you should use them. So for the first one, use the decorator pattern when you need to be able to assign extra behaviors to objects at runtime without breaking the code that uses these objects. So the decorator lets you structure your business logic into layers. Create a decorator for each layer and compose objects with various combinations of this logic at runtime. The client code can treat all these objects in the same way, since they all follow a common interface. The next one is use the pattern when it's awkward or not possible to extend an object's behavior using instances. So many programming languages have the final keyword that can be used, in this case const for JavaScript, that can be used to prevent further extension of a class. For a final class or a const class or private class, the only way to refuse the existing behavior would be to wrap the class with your own wrapper using the decorator pattern. So that is it for this video, guys. And as always, I want to thank you for actually watching this video, taking time out of your day, your busy life, and to watch this video and hopefully learn something from this. And leave a comment down below, where would you want to use this pattern. Give it a like if you learned something, give it a dislike if you hated it. And also, if you haven't, please consider subscribing. I'm trying my best, guys. And I mean, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.